wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you all are doing just fine in this beautiful day. My name is Kailipia Dirinda and I am from Muhammadiyah Junior High School. Today, I would like to tell you all a story that will teach us a basic life lesson when we easily trust someone new in our life. The title of the story is The Priest and the Goat. Once upon a time, there lived a pious priest in a small village. He was a very innocent and simple-minded person, used to perform religious rituals. On one occasion, he was rewarded with a goat for his services by a wealthy man. The priest was very happy to get a goat as a reward. So he happily slung the goat over his shoulders and began his journey towards his home. On the way, 3 thugs saw the priest taking the goat. All of them were lazy and wanted to cheat the priest so that they could take away the goat. They say, "This goat will make a delicious meal for us. Let's somehow get it." They discussed the matter amongst themselves and devised a plan to get the goat by fooling the innocent priest. After deciding on their plan, they got separated from one another and took 3 different hiding positions at 3 different places on the way of the priest. As soon as the priest arrived at a quiet, lonely place, one of the thugs came out of his hiding place and asked the priest in a shocked manner, "Sir, what are you doing? I don't understand why a pious man like you need to carry a dog on his shoulders." This was so... "Can't you see? It's not a goat, it's not a dog, but a goat. You fool." The thug replied, "Sir, I beg your pardon. I only told you what I saw. I am so sorry if you don't believe me." And the thug walked away. The priest was annoyed at the discrepancy, but continued on his merry way. But the priest had covered a little distance when the second thug came out of his hiding place and asked the priest, "Sir, what are you doing? You seem to be a wise person. Why are you carrying a dead cow on your shoulders?" The priest replied, "What? How can you mistake a living goat for a dead cow?" The thug replied, "Sir, you seem to be highly mistaken in this regard. Either you don't know how does a goat looks like, or you are doing it knowingly. I just told you what I saw. Thank you." The thug walked away with an evil smile. The priest was confused, but continued on his journey. But once again, the priest had covered a little distance when the third thug met him. He asked the priest in a laugh, "Ho, ho, 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 ho. Sir, why do you carry a donkey on your shoulders? It makes you a laughing stock. Ho, 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 ho." Hearing the words of the third thug, the priest became really worried. Is it really not a goat? Is it some sort of a ghost? The priest really thought that the animal he was carrying on his shoulders might really be some sort of a ghost because it transformed itself from a goat into a dog, from a dog into a dead cow, and from a dead cow into a donkey. The priest got frightened to such an extent that he hurled the goat on the roadside and ran away screaming, "Ah!" The 3 tricksters laughed at the gullible priest. Ho, 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 ho. They caught the goat and they were happy to feast on it. Now, what was the moral of this story, you might ask? I'll tell you. The moral of this story is that we should not be easily deceived by other people. Don't be fooled by those who want to take advantage of us. Well, that's the end of my story. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. This is Kylie Dirinda, and this is my goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. That was such an amazing show. Zia, would you please announce the time of her performance?
The duration of the performance is 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
Ooh, amazing. That was a highly unexpected story. And I personally really loved it, and your acting was amazing. All right then, should we continue to our next contestants so we can see everyone's wonderful performance? Next is absent number 2, Muhammad Kalevi W.
Excuse me, but is my voice clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Like, you can hear me clearly.
Yes,
Okay,
we can hear you.
so I'm gonna begin now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Kalevi Wirawijaya from SMP Avicenna Cinere. Today, I'm going to tell you all a story. This story is called The Three Brothers and Their Inheritance. Now, let's begin the story. One day, in a village in West Java, lived three brothers and their father, who was old and sick. The three brothers live in harmony and peace. However, they have different personalities. The youngest brother is very diligent. Meanwhile, his two older brothers are lazy. One day, their father went ill. He gathered up his three sons to share his inheritance. I don't have much treasure, but this is all I have, said the father. The first brother got a plot of rice field. The second brother got a buffalo and a plow. And the youngest brother got a sack of rice. What can I do with the small plot of rice field? Said the first brother. Yes, that's right. What do I do with a buffalo and a plow? Said the second brother. Hey, just be grateful for what we got, said the youngest brother. Unfortunately, the two older brothers are not as wise-minded as the youngest brother. Instead, they chose to sell their inheritance and buy a house in the city. They want to live in the city. They thought by living in the city, their life would be better. While the youngest brother survived in the house left by his father, he also bought a plot of land, buffalo, and a plow from his brother's inheritance. However, now he was kind of confused about what to do with those inheritance. I just planted this rice seed. Now I have rice fields and a buffalo, so I can plow them, thought the youngest brother. The youngest brother plants rice seeds alone, plows them alone, even harvests them alone. The following year, the harvest in his field was very abundant. He can sell it to the market and earn a lot of money. Thanks to his patience, the rice field that he cultivates produced a lot of money. Luckily, he was no longer poor. One day, two young men came to his house, and the younger brother immediately recognized the two young men. Yes, they are his brothers. However, they are now living a difficult life, not like it used to be when they left the house. Apparently, their treasures had run out in the city. They are not good at managing their money and just spend it in a wrong and careless way. Left by their father. They also took care of their father's inheritance together, and they live happily ever after. The end. So, the lesson to be learned from this story is to use what you have as best as possible and be grateful for what you have. Don't just sell things carelessly because it could definitely be a blessing for us. I hope we can all learn something positive from this story. I guess that's it for my story today. I'm sorry if there are any mistake. My name is Muhammad Kalifi Wirawijaya from SMP Avicenna Cinere, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Woo! That was amazing. What a wonderful story. Kazea, the time duration?
The time duration is 3 minutes and 23 seconds.
Ooh, what a wonderful story that you have told. Quite intriguing. Shall we move on to the next contestants? Absent number 3, Ishkarima Najihan. You may start your performance. Hello?
Suara saya kedengaran nggak, Mas?
Oh, yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Hi everyone, my name is Ishkarima Najihan. I'm from SMP Nur Hanifah. I want to tell you a story about the lion and the mouse. Once when a lion, the king of the jungle, was asleep, a little mouse began running up and down on him. This soon awakened the lion, who placed his huge paw on the mouse and opened his big jaws to swallow him. "Pardon, O king," cried the little mouse. "Forgive me this time. I shall never repeat it, and I shall never forget your kindness. And who knows,
It seems like she's having some sort of internet
Yeah,
error.
yeah, apparently. Zeha, stop the timer. Yes.
Yes, I already.
Okay. Okay. Let's. Maybe we can give her 30 seconds. Yeah.
Right.
Or should we move on to the third participants and then? Sorry, the fourth, right? The fourth one, and then
Yes, the
go back.
fourth participants.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe it's best if we just move on, and if she's back and her internet's better, we may continue.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll move on to the fourth contestant, with this Karesa Chise Supriantono. Are you here?
Sorry, Kyla. Please inform the judges about the change. So the contestant
All right.
we will postpone the performance and
All
after.
right. So for now, we'll postpone the third participants because she is currently having a bit of internet malfunctions, and we will move on to the fourth participant, which is Charesa Chise or Carissa Chise Supriantono. Are you here?
Yes.
All right. All right. You may start your performance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jise and I'm going to tell the story of the tortoise and the hare.
Excuse me, Carissa, is the camera still off?
Oh, wait.
There we go.
Once upon a time, there was a hare who really liked to boast his speed in front of the other animals. But then one day, the tortoise decided to challenge the hare on a race competition. Everyone was surprised because the tortoise was known to be a very slow animal, but they looked forward to it anyway. On the day of the great race, no animals went to the markets, no animals went hunting. They all gathered together, excited to watch the great race between the tortoise and the hare. The elephant blew off his big whistle, and the sound rang the entire jungle, and all eyes and ears were fixed on the two competitors who will win the great race. The hare soon darted out of sight and then soon lay down to take a nap. The tortoise slowly and surely pawed it and catched up to the hare. The hare soon woke from his nap and saw the tortoise at the finish line. He was shocked and immediately tried catching up to the tortoise. But it was too late. The tortoise has crossed the finish line, and the deed has been done. Everyone was surprised because the tortoise managed to beat the hare. The hare was humbled and had no choice but to congratulate the tortoise as the winner. That's the end of the story.
All right, that's the end of the story. Thank you very much for telling that wonder story. Kak Zia, the time duration, please.
The duration is 3 minutes and 2 seconds.
Ooh, all right. Miss Mary, should we ask for the third contestant if she's here, or?
Yeah, okay. I think the third contestant number 3 is here already?
Ishkarima, are you here?
Not yet, yeah.
Not yet. Okay, then judges, we will be moving on to our fifth contestant, which is Naura Adinda Prasetyo. The stage is yours.
Maaf tadi ada connect.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Dari
Can
dulu
you
apa
hear us
gimana?
now? Yeah, you may continue. Then we'll just continue for the third contestants, yeah, which is Ishkarima Najihan. Should we give her a restart, teacher, from the beginning?
Kayla, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Start over from the beginning.
Yes. You have to start over from the beginning. Right. Ishkarima, the stage is yours.
Yes.
Once when a lion, the king of the jungle, was asleep, a little mouse began running up and down on him. This soon awakened, who placed his huge paw on the mouse and opened his big jaws to swallow him. "Pardon, O king," cried the little mouse. "Forgive me this time. I shall never repeat it. I shall never forget your kindness. And who knows, I may be able to do you a good turn one of these days." The lion was so tickled by the idea of the mouse being able to help him that he lifted and his paw and let him go. Sometime later, a few hunters captured the lion and tied him to a tree. After that, they went in. Just then, the little mouse happened to pass by on seeing the lion's plight. He ran up to him and knelt away the ropes that bound him, the king of the jungle. "Now, am I right?" said the little mouse, very happy to help the lion. "Thank you, good mouse," said lion gently. "You did help me. I see now that kindness is always worthwhile." And from that day on, they became friends forever. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was so good. Thank you very much. You seem very nervous. Are you okay? Don't worry about it. Your performance was really good, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. You did amazing. All right, since we have done the third contestant, we will move on to the fifth one.
Sorry, the time is
Oh yeah, the time, I forgot, sorry.
1 minute and 48 seconds.
All right, yeah. All right, then we can now move on to the fifth contestant, which is Naura Adinda Prasetyo. Are you here?
Yes, hello.
Yes, yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nora Adinda and I'm from SMP Al-Harfi. Today, I want to tell you a story. The story is about a bear and two friends. Once upon a time, there were two friends named John and John who decided to travel and see the world together. One day, they decided to go to the forest. The forest was so dense that they knew anything dangerous could happen at any time. So they promised to each other that they'll remain united in any case of danger. Suddenly, they heard a loud rolling sound and they saw a large bear approaching them. They got very scared. One quickly ran at once and hid in the brush with John's behind. John started panicking. He did not know how to climb the tree. He asked one, "Please help me! Help me! Help me, please!" One shouted, "I can't do that. There's a bear there. Go save your own self." One didn't help John. John was a smart boy. At school, he had heard the teacher saying that the bear did not touch dead creatures. Now, led by his common sense, he lay on the ground weightless, content with him slowly. It smelled in his ears and slowly left in place. After that, the friends on the tree came down and asked his friends Jones, Jones, I will. And then Jones wake up and said, "Yes, I'm all right." And then God asked Jones, "What did the bear whisper into your ears?" John said, "The bear advised me not to believe such a false friend who gives you in time of dangers." One realized his mistake. He immediately apologized to John. "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Please, I really did it. I promise I will leave you again." John finally decided to forgive John. "I'm fine, but no more fake promises." And now they're still good friends and continue to explore the world together. The moral of the story is, do not leave your friends behind and do not break your promise. That's all for me. Thank you so much for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ooh, that was amazing. Kazia, would you please announce the time duration?
Time duration is 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Ooh, that was a very good performance, and I can see you really gave it your all. Your backdrop and your costumes and the props. It's really amazing. All right. Then we'll now move on to the sixth contestants, and that is Jemima Malaika Putri. You may start your presentation performance.
Okay. Hello, I'm Jemima from grade 7 Millennium World School, and today I'm going to share a story about Hansel and Gretel. So once there was a poor woodcutter. He had a son and a daughter. The name of the boy was Hansel and the girl was Gretel. One day, his father made a wicked stepmother. Their stepmother told their father, "We are dying of hunger, so I will leave the children in the forest tomorrow." Hansel heard the discussion. That night, Hansel picked up the shiny stones readily available outside the house. After that, Hansel hid the stones and slept in his room. The next morning, the stepmother took the children to the forest. Hansel was dropping the pebbles on the land. He thought that we would follow the stones to reach a house. After an hour, they were deep in the forest. The stepmother said, "Wait for me, kids, near this big tree. I'll be here soon. But she did not return. Hansel and Gretel chased the shining stones and finally reached their home. A few days later, her stepmother will leave them again in the jungle. Hansel was worried this time, as he did not have time to choose the shiny stones. However, Hansel picked the bread himself while traveling. Hansel was dropping the breadcrumbs to the ground so that they could again reach their home by following breadcrumbs. But this time, the birds ate all the breadcrumbs, so they could not find their home. Both kids were wandering around in the forest, here and there. After a few hours, they found a house. The house was made up of cookies and cakes. Gretel was so excited when she looked at that home. Hansel and Gretel ate the cookies and cakes. Yum, 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 yum. Suddenly, a strange woman came up the house. She said, "Kids, come in and eat delicious food." The lady was an evil witch. She laughingly said, "Hee hee hee hee, I'll eat you, kids." She locked Hansel in a cellar. Gretel was now doing the housework of a witch. One day, the witch was boiling some water to cook the children, but Gretel suddenly pressed the witch into the water. The witch said, "Oh no!" and slipped into the boiling water. Gretel unlocked the cellar door to flee Hansel. Hansel and Gretel took the witch's jewels and escaped from there. Hansel and Gretel located their home where their father was sitting. His father stated, "I'm very sorry, my kids, but your stepmother has gone. They consistently live gladly ever after and spend gem of witch and a living happy life." The end. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this story about Hansel and Gretel.
Wow, that was really good. I really liked your acting. You did amazing.
Thank you.
Kazea, would you please announce the time duration?
The time duration is 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
Ooh, all right. Thank you very much. That was a very nice performance. I really liked it. Now let's move on to our seventh contestant, which is Nadia Inka Radisti.
Dear judge and competent and other participants, am I audible and visible?
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you all are just fine in this beautiful day. It's an honor for me to be with you today. My name is Nadian Kadisti and I'm from Hamadia 1 Junior High School. Today, I'll be telling you all a classic Korean tale, Princess Pyeongkang and Ondal the Fool. Hundreds of years ago, in the old kingdom of Goguryeo, there lived a princess named Pyeongkang. When she was small, she cried all the time. Whenever she cried, her father was Ondal the Fool. So Princess Pyeongkang grew up believing that one day she would marry Ondal. But who was Ondal? Ondal was a bear who lived with his old mother in the poorest part of the kingdom. He could not get a decent job because he had never been to school and could not read. But he was a kind-hearted man, always smiled and laughed. He always wanted to make other people happy, even if they often made fun of him. Once somebody said, "Ondal, if you can bark like a dog, I will give you some rice." Ondal got down on his knees and barked like a real dog. People laugh and laugh, and then they give him food. This is why people call him Ondal the Fool. When Princess Pyeongkang became 16 years old, King of Goguryeo arranged for her to marry the prince of the neighboring kingdom. But Princess Pyeongkang refused. She said, "Father, you always told me that I'm going to marry Ondal, so I shall marry Ondal." The king told her that he was not serious, that it was only a joke to make the princess stop crying. Princess Pyeongkang looked at her father and said, "You should never say something that you do not mean, father. A king should keep his word, and so should I. I will marry Ondal." The king became very angry and told his doctor to leave the palace. Get out! Princess Bianca took some of her jewelry and silk and went to find Onda. Onda and his mother were very surprised to see the princess, but they humbly accepted her in their simple house. Princess Bianca sold her jewelry and made a new house for Onel and his mother. Then she taught Onel everything she had studied at school. Slowly, Onel studied to read and count, and soon after that, he set up his own silk store. The three of them lived a simple but peaceful life. One day, the neighboring country was also attacked by Princess Bianca declared a war with the kingdom of Koguryo. They invaded Koguryo and many Koguryo soldiers were killed. The king himself was wounded and Koguryo was at the point to the hands of falling to the hands of the enemy. Suddenly, a mysterious warrior appeared at the battlefield. He led the king's army with unbelievable courage. Surprisingly, Koguryo was able to defeat the enemy. The king himself was wounded and the king became curious. He wanted to know who this mysterious warrior was. He called the warrior to come forward, and to his surprise, he found that this man was Ondal the Fool. The king announced a public apology to Ondal, to his favor, and made Ondal to his minister of war. The king also welcomed Prince Pyongkang back to the palace with her new family. The end. The moral value is we must not underestimate someone's I think that's all from me. I hope that you all enjoy the story and get the moral values. I'm Nadine Karisti. Say goodbye. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was so amazing. And was that a virtual background or you were actually in that location? I was meaning to ask that.
Yes, I'm in airport now.
Oh, you're doing this in the airport. Wow. The motivation to do this. Okay, Kak Zaya, will you please announce the time duration?
The time duration is 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
All right, thank you. That was really amazing, and your costume was really pretty too, and how you portrayed the characters was awesome. So thank you for that. Let us move on to our 8th contestants, which is Nabila Karisa Ramadhani. You may start your performance. Hello? All right.
Hello.
All right.
Can you hear my sound?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Wait for a minute. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi friends, my name is Nabila Karisa Ramadhani, or you can call me Risa. I'm from SMP Lazuarli Camila Global Compassionate School. And today, I want to tell a story about the woodcutter. So, let's go start it. The woodcutter. Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter. He was very poor, but he always be honest. One hot day, he took his axe out and went inside the nearby forest in search of wood. After searching for a long time, he found a good tree near the river water. This tree is good. I can get lots of firewood. So the woodcutter starting to work. Swish, swash, swish, swash. Plop! As the woodcutter was cutting the wood, his axe slipped from his hands and fell inside the river water. The river was very deep, so he couldn't get his axe out. He started crying. Oh, what am I going to do? I have lost my precious axe. Oh dear. Suddenly, a beautiful angel appeared from inside the river water. Why are you crying, my dear woodcutter? She asked. Oh, oh, my ex fell inside the river water. Now I can't cut woods anymore. The woodcutter told her how his axe fell. The kind angel helped the woodcutter. After some times, she came out with a golden axe. Ha! I found your axe! She shouted. But unfortunately, the woodcutter refused to accept. That wasn't mine, he said. Smiling, the angel went inside the river water, and this time she came out with a silver axe. But again, the woodcutter refused to accept. That wasn't mine. The angel smiled, and she went inside the river water. And this time, she came out with the woodcutter iron axe. Wow, this is it! This axe is mine! Thank you, thank you! The woodcutter happily accepted his iron axe and thanked the angel. The angel was pleased with his honesty, and she rewarded the gold and the silver axe. The end. So, the moral of this story is honesty always get rewarded. That's all, friends. Hope you like it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was so good. I love the
Assalamualaikum.
background.
Thank you.
And the costume was amazing. And the props. Wow, you put so much work into this. Okay. It was really good. You did amazing.
Thank you.
Razia, please
sorry?
announce the time duration.
The time duration is 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
All right. Thank you very much for that wonderful
You're welcome.
performance.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We will move on to our ninth contestant now.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Can I leave the meeting zone because I have flight?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yes.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Have a safe flight.
Yes. Well, yeah. Waalaikumsalam. Goodbye. Have a safe flight. All right. Let us move on to the ninth performance then, right? Which is Tita Alia Narenda Putri.
Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, we can. We can.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tita Alianarenda Putri from Arida Al Salam. Today, I will be telling you a story about Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Cinderella. She lives with her stepmother and her stepsister, who treated her very badly. They would tell her to do the chores around the house, scrub the floor, and even cook for them. One day, when the stepsisters were invited into a ball, Cinderella felt extremely sad. She also wanted to go to the ball. Voice. Why are you crying, Cinderella? Said a fairy godmother. I want to go to the ball, but my stepmother wouldn't allow me, said Cinderella. You want to go to a ball? I can help you. Magically, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a carriage. She took mices and turned them into coachmen. Then she tapped on Cinderella's dress and turned it into a beautiful blue gown. She also gave Cinderella glass slippers. And so Cinderella was ready to set off to the ball. All night, she danced together with the prince. They had so much fun together. But suddenly, the bell rang. Ding, ding. Cinderella panicked and hurriedly ran away from the ball. Because she was in such a hurry, she left her glass slipper. The prince was dedicated to find who the slipper belongs to. And so the next day, the prince set off to the village to search for the girl. After searching all around the village, he finally arrived at the stepmother's house. She let the stepsisters try on the glass slipper first, but their feet were too big for the slipper. Suddenly, the stepmother came out. Suddenly, Cinderella came out of her room. The prince asked the stepmother who that was. Who is that girl? The stepmother replied, oh, it's just the maid. She's nobody here. We can skip her. But the prince had other plans. No, I would still like that girl to try on the glass slipper, said the prince. And so Cinderella tried on the glass slipper. It fit perfectly. The prince had found the girl who he had danced with last night. And so the prince and Cinderella got married and lived happily ever after. Moral of the story is that we should always be humble like Cinderella, and we should always be grateful and never ever be rude to others. That is all for my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was so good. I was honestly impressed about your English pronunciation because
Thank
that was
you
really
so
good
much.
too. You have really great English. And Kazeo, please announce the time duration.
The duration is 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. That was really good. That was really good. Now let us move on to our 10th performance or the absent number, which is Carissa Aurelia.
Is my voice clear?
Yes, we can hear you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi friends, my name is Carissa Aurelia, and I'm going to tell you a story about three little pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had three little pigs and not enough food.
Excuse me, hello Carissa. Hello,
Carissa, we can't hear you.
can you start over? I'm really sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Maskernya, oh yeah. Sorry.
It's hello, dear.
Assalamualaikum
Excuse me, Carissa. Wait a minute. Ardani Atifa, can you please mute?
No, actually it belongs to Carissa Aulia. We use two devices.
Oh, okay.
They're doubling teacher because her mic isn't working.
But the okay, because I'm.
Yeah, so for Ardani, yeah, for Ardani Atifa, actually, yeah, for Carissa's audio.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna let me pin Carissa ya. Okay, let me wait a minute. Laras, can you help me to pin Carissa? So even though the voice is from other, let's see, allow multi-pin.
Miss, we cannot make spotlights in breakout rooms.
No, only pin, right? We can pin. Okay. Dear judges, yeah. Mr. Komara and Bu Arifa, maybe you can pin Carissa for only for this.
Sorry, ma'am, should we?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Bu. Inshallah already we can hear you.
Sorry, Teacher Mariati. Teacher Carissa, who is the next participant actually? Is it Ardani or?
Ma'am, Carissa. We used to
Carissa. Okay. So Carissa, can you turn on the camera please so we can see your facial expression? Thank you.
This is the Carissa.
Bu,
all right. Yeah, can you turn on the camera please?
Bu Arifa, they use two devices, I think. So the one that is,
I see.
Yeah. Okay. It's wait a minute. Let me have Bu.
I think I will change the name, it will be better.
So you won't get confused.
Because we are.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's just a minor malfunction.
Okay, it's done already.
Let's start over, yeah.
Karisa.
Okay, let's start over. You may start now.
Wait. Bu Arifa, they will. The voice will be from different device. That's why would you mind to pin Carissa, the video of Carissa? Not the sound, the video. The another. Okay, wait. Carissa, can you speak again? Which one is Carissa? Let me. Yeah. Oh, Carissa. Oh, okay. Ibu, is this using phone? Is it using phone? This one? Oh, okay. 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 Bu Arifa, what about Bu Arifa? Can you only for this time? I think Carissa has problem with the devices. Can you?
Teacher Mary. Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi friends, my name is Carissa Aurelia, and I'm going to tell you a story about three little pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old mother pig who had three little pigs and not enough food to feed them. So, when they were old enough, they sent them out to the world to seek their own fortunes. The first little pig was so lazy. He didn't want to work at all, and they built themselves with straw. The second little pig worked a little bit harder, but somewhat still lazy too. They built themselves with sticks. Then they sang and danced and prayed together for the rest of the day. The third little pig worked hard all day, and they built themselves with bricks. It was a sturdy house complete with a chimney and a fine fireplace. It looked like what would stand the strongest wind. The next day, a wolf happened to pass by the way where the three little pigs lived. He saw the straw house and smelled the pig inside. He thought that the pig would make a mighty fine meal. His mouth began to water, so he knocked on the door and said, "Little pigs, let me in, let me in." But the little pig saw the wolf big paws through the keyhole. So he answered back, "No, not by the head and the chinny chin chin." The wolf showed his teeth and said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and blow your house down." The wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house down. But the little piggy escaped and ran away to hide the second little pig. The wolf continued down the lane and saw the second house made of sticks. He saw the house and smelled the pigs inside. His mouth began to water as he thought about a fine dinner they would make. So he knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in, let me in." But the little pig saw the wolf pointy ears through the keyhole. So they answered back, "No, chinny chin chin." The wolf showed his teeth and said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and blow your house down." So he huffed and he puffed and blew the house down. But he was too greedy, he wanted to catch them both at once. He was too greedy, he got neither. The two little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little wings could carry them. The wolf almost passed them, but they made it into the big house and slammed the door just before the wolf could catch them. The three little pigs were very frightened. They knew that the wolf wanted to eat them, and that was very, very true. He hadn't eaten all day, and he had woke up with a large appetite chasing them around. So he knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in, let me in." But the little pigs saw the wolf's arrow eyes through the keyhole. So they answered back, "No, not by the head and our chinny chin chin." The wolf showed his teeth and said, "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and blow the house down. He huffed and he puffed, he puffed and he huffed, he huffed and he puffed, but he couldn't blow the house down. In fact, he was too tired, he couldn't huff or puff anymore. So he stopped to rest and thought a bit. Aha! He made a plan to just get into the chimney. But when he was climbing onto the roof, the little pig made up a blazing fire and put on a big pot full of water to boil. Just as the wolf climbed down the chimney, the little piggy pulled off the lid and plop! In fell the wolf into the boiling water. Ow! And he ran away from there. The three little pigs was relieved. They built themselves strong houses of bricks and they lived happily ever after. So guys, don't be lazy and don't be greedy. That's it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for that performance. Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
Duration is 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
All right. Thank you very much for that performance. Let us now move on to our 11th contestants, which is Alvina Chantika.
Lila, we have a break for video.
All right, we have a break for video. I totally forgot about that. And now we will watch a short video and we'll continue on with the competition.
Assalamualaikum. Hai grade 6. Bagaimana? Masih susah mencari sekolah? Galau bergabung ke SMP yang mana? Kenapa harus galau? Bergabung saja bersama kami di SMP Lazuardi. Di sini, kita belajar banyak hal dengan sistem blok dan integrated project yang seru abis. Kita bisa menggali satu topik bahasan secara mendalam. Asik banget diajak ngobrol, diajak curhat, diajak bercanda, berbagi segala keluh kesah, dan pokoknya nyaman banget. Kalau misalnya kata orang-orang, melewati masa remaja memang bikin sedih, bikin lelah, bikin cranky, tapi tidak. Memang di Lazuardi paling nyaman. Banyak program positif di Lazuardi yang membangkitkan rasa kepercayaan diri dan juga kreativitas sebagai remaja. So, tunggu apa lagi? Kita sudah membuka gelombang kedua loh. Nah, pastikan segera mendaftar dan mendapatkan diskon spesial bagi adik-adik kelas 6 SD Lazuardi. Buruan, ayo mendaftar. Jangan sampai kehabisan kuota. Kami tunggu di SMP Lazuardi. See you there!
Assalamualaikum.
Hai,
Halo
grade
grade 6.
6. Apa
Apa kabar?
Gimana? Udah daftar di SMP Lazuardi belum?
Ayo buruan daftar ya, karena kuota siswa baru di SMP Lazuardi udah tinggal 1 kelas lagi loh.
Selain Cambridge School, Lazuardi juga termasuk di jajaran sekolah pertama di Indonesia yang masuk dalam komunitas Google for Education.
Bahkan dari sebelum pandemi. SMP Lazuardi juga merupakan salah satu sekolah yang terdaftar sebagai Random Act of Kindness Activities,
TEDx, dan berbagai organisasi internasional lainnya.
Jadi, tunggu apa lagi? Yuk langsung hubungi SMP Lazuardi dan bergabung bersama kita. See you!
Ada penawaran khusus buat siswa Lazuardi, jadi pastiin kamu dan orang tua udah dapet tempat untuk bergabung bersama SMP Lazuardi.
Alright, that was the video of Lazuardi's promotion. Now that we have seen it, we will now move on to the competition. It is time for our 11th participant, Alvina Chantika. The stage is yours. Hello, is Alvina Chantika here? Maybe she's having a bit of connection error, and she's not here yet. Shall we skip her for now, or should we just wait a bit more?
Maybe we can go to number 12 first, and then we go back to contestant 11.
All right. Then we'll continue on to the 12th contestant, which is May Delia Adzani.
Hi, Miss. Hello everyone, my name is Delia Adzani. I'm from Nur Hanifah Junior High School, Gunung Sindur, Bogor, Indonesia. On this occasion, let me tell you about a great history of Indonesia, that is Bandung Sea Fire. The Bandung Sea Fire incident occurred on March 23, 1945. One of Indonesian great histories was marked by the melting and burning of the city of Bandung by the people and the army. This was included so that Alien and the Dutch didn't make Bandung a headquarters. The scorching action in Bandung became a tactic that was very ideal. In the current situation and circumstance because Indonesian strike was not comparable to the Allies and the Dutch. The Bandung Sea Fire became a heroic event to defend Indonesia. This event is also immortalized through art such as film or song. Junot Puspanegoro and his friend in Indonesian National History 6, 2018, wrote that the incident began the aliens are bridge troops on October 12, 1945. A few weeks before independence of Republic of Indonesia, a lady from Afne joined and come after calming the World War II against Japan. Muhammad Uli Purwasatria, in a study entitled The Role of Sukanda Bratamanggala and Sekawa in North Bandung in Independence in 1945 to 1948, said that at the beginning, their arrival, they only wanted to free the aliens from Japanese prisoner. However, it turned out that the Dutch troops were piggybacking on the alien troops who wanted to control Indonesia. Because of this, the people and the soldiers fought against the presence of the aliens. The aliens carry out propaganda and ordered the Indonesian people to lower and their weapons and surrender to the aliens. However, the Indonesian side didn't pay attention. At night, on November 24, 1945, the Homan Hotel and the Krieger Hotel, which became the alien. On November 27, 1945, Colonel McDonnell as the alien warlord delivered an ultimatum to Mr. Datuk Jamin so that the people and the army immediately vacated the North Bandung area. On March 17, 1945, the commander Stockport warned Sultan Jahrir as Prime Minister of Republic of Indonesia that East Indonesia military immediately left South Bandung within a radius of 11 kilometers from the city center. Only the civilian governor, the police, and the civilian population are allowed to stay. Following up on the ultimatums, on March 24, 1945, at 10 a.m., the Indonesian army, under the leader of Colonel Ahmad Subian, decided to burn Bandung on the ground. Scorched earth begins. Residents who want to leave the house burn it first. At the night, Bandung caught fire. And this event, we know it's Bandung Sea Fire. Completed this story is the complete my performance. Therefore, I apologize if there are any problems and wrong words. So, thank you so much and goodbye.
Thank you very much for that wondrous performance. Gazea, please announce the time duration.
The time duration is 4 minutes and 34 seconds.
Alrighty. Before we move on, let me ask one more time if the 11th participant is here or not. Alvina Chantika. Hello.
Yes, we can move on for now, Kayla.
All right. Then we'll move on to the 13th, not performance, but the 13th absent, which is Raihana Cahya Madani.
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, is it me? Gabriela?
Oh, it seems like she's having a bit of a malfunction with her internet.
Stop. Your internet connection is unstable.
It seems like she has a bit of a problem with her internet. We could wait her out, or we may continue until her internet stabilizes, maybe.
Let's ask. I think Raihana still here, so we can ask her whether ready or not.
Raihana, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear your voice. You may start now.
Can you see me as well? Okay, I will begin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aina. I am from SMP Lazuardi Alfa Depok, and today I will tell you a story called The Orange Jar. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Rose. She loves everything pretty, but never cared to think about her rash decisions. One day, while she was shopping with her mother, she saw so many pretty things and begged her mother to buy them. But her mother refused and said that she'd rather know the use before buying things. So she grumbly followed her mother to the chemist store. There, she saw many bottles of different shapes, sizes, and colors. But her eyes fell on a single orange jar.
Mother, doesn't that jar look pretty? Can I have it?
Said Rose. What would you do with it? Asked Mother.
I'll put some flowers in it,
replied Rose. We already have a lot of flower pots. Come on, let's go, Mother said. Even as they were leaving, Rose's mind was still on that orange jar. As they were walking, Rose's foot started hurting. When she checked, it turns out there was a big hole in her shoe. So her mother brought her to the shoe store to buy a new pair. Look at those beautiful shoes. Don't you think this place has pretty things as well? Asked Mother. I don't. The shoes are all bland and dull. It smells terrible in here. Ugh, Rose said. Well, that's the smell of new leather. You'll have to see whether the pair will fit you or not, Mother said.
It looks about my size,
guessed Rose. You won't know until you try them, just like you won't know you'll like the jar until you examine it properly, Mother said.
I don't have to check that. I'll know I'll like it. Mother, can you buy me both the shoes and the jar?
Asked Rose. Well, I don't have the money to buy both of them. You'll have to choose only one. How about you decide? In that way, you'll be responsible for your own actions, Mother said. Instantly, without any hesitation, Rose replied, Mother, I've decided on the orange jar. My shoes aren't so bad. I'm sure they'll last at least a month, Rose said. Very well then, but until a month passed, you won't ask for any shoes, Mother said. After buying the jar, they went home. At home, Rose wanted to put the flowers in, so she opened the jar and a horrible stench came out.
Ew, what is this?
Mother, there's some stinky liquid in the jar, screamed Rose. Well, if you want to put the flowers in, you'll have to throw away the liquid first, Mother said. So Rose went to the sink and poured all the liquid out. Oh no, it's just a normal glass jar, screamed Rose. Indeed it was. The orange liquid was what made the jar so attractive, and now little Rose was completely heartbroken. Mother, I don't want the jar anymore, said Mother. No, I only like the jar because it was orange, explained Rose. Well, I told you to check it more carefully. If you had, you would have bought the shoes instead, Mother said. Right, the shoes! Mother, if I give you back the jar, will you buy the shoes? I'm sorry, my dear, but as promised, no shoes till the end of the month, Mother said. Yes, Mother, it was all my fault, Rose sadly admitted. Rose wasn't happy, but she stuck to her present. Ladies and gentlemen, we should understand that before buying something, we should consider whether we need it or not. Do not waste our money and time on things we don't need. Thank you for your attention. Hope you enjoyed the story. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was so good. And I liked how you portrayed the characters really well. You did an amazing performance. Gazea, will you please announce the time duration? Gazea, you're still muted.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
The time duration is 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
All right. Let us now move on to the 14th contestants if the 11th is still not here. All right, and we'll just move on. Yes?
I think contestant 11 is no show, so we move on for the judges.
All right.
The contestant 11 is no show. Maybe we can skip number 11 entirely. Yeah.
All right. Sadly, we will skip her. And then we will continue on with the 14th contestant, which is Rai Malika Pranoto. The stage is yours. Please show masterpiece.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Malika, and I'm from Millennial World School. Today, I'm going to tell you a story called The Little Red Riding Hood. Once, there was a little girl who lived with her mother on the edge of a wood. She was known as Little Red Riding Hood, for she always wore a red cape. One day, her mother sent her with a basket of food to visit her sick grandmother, who lived in the forest. She then told her, "Darling, don't forget to never stray from the path or talk to strangers." The Little Red Riding Hood agreed and was soon on her way. But when she met an old wolf who asked her where she was going, she forgot her mom's advice and thought she should reply politely, "I'm going to visit my sick grandmother in the rose-covered cottage in the woods." The cunning wolf then suggests an idea. Some pretty flowers to make your grandmother's feelings better. The Little Red Riding Hood thought the idea he gave was brilliant. She then strayed from the path to pick up some pretty flowers, while the wolf rushed on ahead to the cottage. When he reached it, he found the old grandmother tucked up in bed. The wicked wolf swallowed her up in one mouthful and then jumped into bed himself, pulling the fat clothes up high and putting on her nightcap. A few moments later, Red Riding Hood tapped on the door of the cottage and came in. "Grandmother, it's me. Your granddaughter is here to visit." "Please come in." Red Riding Hood thought her grandmother sounded peculiar, but she knew she had a cold. However, when she came near the bed, she could not believe what she saw. Oh, grandmother, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with, dear. Now come closer. But grandmother, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with, dear. Now come closer. But grandmother, what big teeth you have. All the better to gobble you up with, said the wolf, leaping from the bed. Little Red Riding Hood turned in fear and ran screaming towards the door. Ah! Help me, a wolf! The wolf had just caught her cloak in his mouth when the door burst open and a nearby hunter rushed in. With one blow of his weapon, he struck the wicked wolf dead and picking up Red Riding Hood in his arms. Dear Mr. Hunter, thank you very much. You saved my life.
I'm glad I came here. There was a loud scream. Are you all right?
I'm fine, but I think the wolf must have eaten up dear grandmother. Red Riding Hood sobbed in sadness. So the hunter took out his knife and carefully cut the wolf open. Inside, they found the old grandmother safe and sound, for the wolf in his greed had swallowed her whole. The little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother invited Mr. Hunter to enjoy their cake and lemonade together as gratitude for saving their lives. Red Riding Hood promised that she would never, ever again talk to any strangers and that she would always obey her mother and never stray from the path. So that's it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did telling it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for telling your story. I really liked it. And I really liked your costume and what you did to with your hair. It looks very pretty.
Thank you.
All right. Let us now.
I'm sorry, the time.
Yes?
The time.
All right, the time. I totally forgot.
It's 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right. Thank you, Kazuya, for the time. And now we will continue on for the next contestant, which is number 15, Naswa Bintang Naurania Putranto.
Okay. Wait. That's okay. Is it? Can you hear my sound? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Now let's get it started.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, teacher, friends, and all viewers in here. How are you today? I hope all of you great as usual. Good afternoon. My name is Bintang from SMP Zudi Camila Global Compassionate School. In here, I'd like to tell you a story of Lily and her mom. So, are you ready for listening? Okay, here we go. Lily is a beautiful little girl. She's smart and diligent. She always helps her mom to cooking. Actually, cooking has become her hobby since her mom is a talented chef in the city. Today is Sunday. And as usual, Lily accompanied her mom to go to the national market to shopping the dairy. Lily and her mom buy vegetables, fruits, eggs, meat, and many more. But unfortunately, there was some dairy they can find at the national market. So Lily's mom said, Lily seems to have to go to the supermarket. We still need cheese, salt, and many more. Then Lily answered to her mom, oh, wow, that's okay, Mom. I like to go to the supermarket. Can I get ice cream there? Sure, darling. Why not? Her mom answered. Then they go to the supermarket. Mom, go to the dairy stall to get cheese, milk, and butter. And Lily, go to the ice cream stall. She's looking for, a chocolate ice cream. After that, Lily walked to her mom. And Lily see so many stalls in the supermarket. There were seafood stall, frozen food stall, meat stall, and many more. And suddenly, Lily remembered that her mom needs salt. She take the salt and give it to her mom. Her mom seems to check the packaging of the salt. Then Lily's mom said, Lily seems to have to take another salt. This salt, it's not halal. This one contains pork, sweetie. Then Lily answered to her mom, not halal, ma? But why? What is a halal? Her mom smiled. Then she replied, food only. Halal means not forbidden. Our Creator, Allah SWT, command us by Al-Quran to eat halal food. There is some food that haram for us. Haram means not halal. Won't that food contain pork or ham? So we cannot eat that. Then Lily replied again. But Mom, how do we know which one food is halal and which one food is haram? Her mom answered again. Well, Lily, all about halal or haram food already written in Al-Quran. There are so many surahs talking about it. So we must understand about it. Then Lily answered, Okay, Mom, I understand now. I will eat halal food only start from now. Then her mom answered, Yes, Lily. And don't worry, Mom will always guide you to eat halal food. Fortunately, it's easy for us to find halal food. In Indonesia, we have MOE logo for halal food, just like this. See, darling? And Lily replied, Oh, yes, Mom, I know. And her mom answered, Well, okay, let's take halal storage. Then they go to the first food stall. Lily was so happy because today she got a very important knowledge about halal food. Yep, as a Muslim, you must eat halal food only. Once again, I tell you guys, halal food only. Yes. Okay, guys, that's all with my story. I hope you like it. Wassalamualaikum. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, what an amazing story. You did amazing.
Thank you.
I really liked it. It was wonderful. All right. Shall we move on now to our next contestant, which is...
The time is 4 minutes and 24 seconds.
I apologize. I keep forgetting the time.
Yes, I get your time.
All right. Then the next one is Sekarwangi Fatima Zahra. Are you here? Are you present? Yes. You may start your performance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you all are just fine in this beautiful and extraordinary day. It's an honor for me to be with you today. My name is Sekarwangi Fatima Zahra and I'm from Muhammadiyah 1 Junior High School and I am in 7th grade. Now I'd like to tell you a story and the title is Talking Vegetables. We all know that food, especially vegetables, are very good for our body. They contain vitamins and other substances that we need for our body. So, do you eat enough vegetables every day? Anyways, how if the food that we eat can speak? Wow, that must be so creepy, right? But don't worry, it's not a creepy story. Without further ado, let's begin. Claudia is a 13-year-old girl who loves to cook. One day, she found that her 3-year-old sister was sick, so she decided to cook soup for her, hoping that she would feel better after she ate the soup. She went to the market to buy meat, vegetables, and other ingredients that she needed. As soon as she arrived home, she opened up her bag, took the vegetables out, and washed them. First, she washed all the vegetables, potatoes, carrots, broccoli, and cabbage. However, something odd happened when Claudia was about to cut the broccoli. She heard something screaming in fear. And something else shouted, I don't want to be eaten by a baby. Claudia was shocked. when she realized that what would shower earlier was the broccoli and the potatoes. Then she tried to calm herself down. She took a deep breath and calmed herself down. A minute later, she finally had the balls to find out. She asked all the vegetables about what was going on. First thing she said was, "Hello, vegetables, I'm Claudia." But the vegetables said nothing. Why are you guys so afraid? Asked Claudia. Then the broccoli replied, of course we are. We still want to live. Please don't cut or slice me. Added the potato. Then one more vegetable, the cabbage said, "We don't want to be eaten, and we hate being eaten by babies like your sister. At most, we only give you meat when you feed us food." Yes, that's right. Why do you have to cook all the vegetables we don't want to be cooked? Added the potato. Then one more vegetable, the carrot said, "It doesn't matter if we ended up getting cooked, friends. We are food, and we also contain good and healthy vitamins, so it's good for toddlers." Carrot is right. We all contain good and healthy vitamins, so I choose you to cook for my sick sister. I promise you won't grow up when she eats you. Claudia closed. They all thought until the broccoli then said, "Okay, please cook us for your sister's food. We have to promise you won't commit us." "Okay, I promise my sister will definitely eat you guys." "Okay, please stop me first, so your sister can easily eat us." Then Claudia peeled the potato and boiled it with the broccoli and cabbage. Then she just remembered that carrots were left behind. "Gosh, carrots, I am so sorry. I forgot that you haven't come with the others." Carrots then replied, "It's okay. I'm already glad that someone caught me. I'm very grateful you chose me to buy when I was still in the supermarket. People prefer to buy my friends than me. Thank you very much, Claudia. I hope your sister is happy that carrots with the broccoli, potato, and cabbage." Then, when the soup was cooked, she brought it for her sister. It looked so delicious and felt so good. Then Claudia feed her sister in the hope that the vegetables had been released and started to be cooked. And hopefully she could keep her promise to them so her sister wouldn't throw them up. The end. The moral value of the story is we all have our own roles in society, just like the vegetables that are good for us. They contain vitamins and minerals. Even though they have to be sliced, cut, and cooked, but they do it still at the end. And when they end up being by people, they give us good things. Thank you for your time and attention, and I hope you enjoyed the story. I'm Sukarlan Fatimah Zahra. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was amazing. Really nice. Okay, Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
The time duration is 4 minutes and 47 seconds.
All right. Thank you very much. Now we shall move on to our 17th absent, which is Nafisha Ganes Tabina. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nafisha Ganesadina. You can call me Nafisha, and I'm from SMP Adidas Academy. Today, I want to tell you a story about demons. Have you ever heard that story before? Oh, so you don't. So let's begin. A long time ago, there is a widow named Lomba. Her husband has passed away. And she prayed to God every day to get a child. One night when she prayed, "Oh Lord, why did you do this to me? I've lost everything, and now you take away my husband too. Oh Lord, I want to live alone, so please give me a child," cried Lomba. A giant passed her house and killed her son. "I can give you a child, but you should give me back the child when she is 17 years old," said the giant. "Really? Can't you convince to get a child? It's a deal." But Rhonda was very happy to get a child.
I think she's discovering some technical issues.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's ask Nafisha.
Nafisha will put
Using
you
her
on pause
cucumber seed
first,
and asked her to plan it around.
or
There
can
are
you do it
six
now?
cucumber seeds. This carries.
Hello. Excuse me.
Hello?
Okay. Do you
Hello?
you
Anyone first?
Do you need some time to make your internet sustainable, or can you do it now?
do you want to start over? Maybe we can
You
give
want to start over?
second chance.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, it was disconnected before. Your
Yes, you were a bit glitching.
yeah, glitching. Yes.
I'll start again.
Yes. Please restart.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe start the restart the timer. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Abisha Ben Sabina. You can call me Abisha, and I'm from SMP Arida Asal. Today, I want to tell you a story about demons. Have you ever heard that story before? Oh, so you don't. So let's begin. A long time ago, there is a widow named Porong. Her husband has passed away. She had no child, and she prayed to God every day to get a child. One night, when she prayed, "Oh Lord, why did you do this to me? I have lost everything. Take away my husband too. Oh Lord, I don't want to live alone. So please give me a child," cried Porong. A giant pasture house in here, of course. Ha 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 ha. I can give you a child, but you should give me back the child when she's 17 years old, said the giant. Really? Can you get married to get a child? It's a deal. But I was very happy to get a child and didn't take the risk of losing her child later. Then the giant gave Veronica a cucumber seed and asked her to plant it around her house. Shortly, the seeds grew after Sundays. There are in there. But however, golden cucumber in there. Why is this cucumber carefully and carried it home? The cute baby girl was inside you. Thank you for allowing this time. It's Dimas. Years passed and Dimas became a beautiful and lovely little girl. One night, Corona had a dream that she must meet a holy man that lived in a place called Mount Gundul. The next morning, Borondo went to Mount Gundul and met the holy man. The holy man gave Borondo 4 little bags, each one contained a cucumber seed, needles, salt, and a shrimp paste. Tell her to open and use it one by one, said the holy man. Borondo nodded her head as a sign that she was understood to his command. Then she came back home. When she arrived, Borondo tells everything about her promise with the giant to him. A few days later, the giant came to Borondo's house. "Hey, old woman, I came here to take you have promised. So where is she?" said the giant. Listening to that, the woman shut the back door and bring the holy man's bag. The giant was so angry and rushed toward Timumas. He was getting closer and closer, and Timumas opened the first bag, and she threw the seeds inside, and the seeds instantly became a large cucumber field. The giant ate them all, so that he could run faster and faster. Timumas opened the second bag. It is the needles. When she threw it, the needles become when she threw it, magically the needles turned into a large bamboo laboratory. The giant body gently scratched into that, and Timumas opened the third bag. It is the salt, and she spread the salt, and the salt became a very deep pool. The giant almost drowned there, but he swam and swam to cross it. From a far place, Timumas eat, and she opened the last
decision phase, when she chose. And finally, the giant was gathered back to her home and lived happily ever after. What do you think about the story? That is any morals that you can take from the story. The first half, decision. Don't get me much happy about wrong road is getting happy with the giant promise. The second one is Cynthia must ever. She is very brave and never give up. And then finally, she was able to escape. So that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, it was actually really good. Despite having some glitches, you did very well, and the props were amazing too. Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
The duration is 4 minutes and 19 seconds.
Thank you, thank you. Now we will move on to our 18th contestant, which is Nadine Sadira Irshad. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. You may start your performance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable all the judges and beloved friends, let me introduce myself. My name is Nadine Sadira Irsyad. I am from SMP Perjuangan and Informatika Terpadu. Today, I am going to tell a legend story that is Malin Kundang. At one time, there lived Malin Kundang and his mother on the coast of Sumatra region. His father left them some years because the financial condition of the concerned week by week, month by month. Malin's father did not return to the village. After growing up, Malin felt sorry for his mother who worked very hard for a living to rest themselves. He thought, I must go somewhere to get a job. I will have some money and I want to be a rich and success man. But how about my mother? He tried to find a way to get a job. Malin interested in the invitation of merchant ship captain. The captain was very poor and now became a very rich man. Mom, I want to go other city. I will go with the captain of Sumatra ship, said Malin to his mother. His mother was very surprised. What? No, my son, no. I will work hard so you can take rest. Please, Mom. He tried a lot. Finally, his mother permitted. Malin, if you are successful and become a wealthy man, please return here. Don't forget me, your mother. Malin smiled happily. Yes, okay, Mom. Next day, Malin went to the ship. He moved his hand to his mother. Malin was very sure that he will be successful. Malin moved and built the new area. By working hard, he could change the land to be a fertile one. Malin gradually became a wealthy man. He had a lot of merchant ships and 100 people worked there. Then he married to a very beautiful woman. Success news about Malin spread around to his village. His mother heard about it. She felt grateful and very happy. She always waited for him every afternoon. Oh, Malin, when will you go home? I miss you. I really miss you. The end. Moral value is don't forget our parents, whatever our condition, because parents' love is never end. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was such a great story, and how you portrayed it was really good. Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
The duration is 3 minutes and 31 seconds.
Thank you very much for that wondrous performance. Now we will move on to our Atifah Agung.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. It's unmuted. It's unmuted.
Was it hello, Ibu? Was it the same like Carissa? Different, the video and the.
Yes, it does.
Okay, okay.
And I change. I mean, like I have changed both the device names, so it's the same.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ardania Tifa Agung, and today I will tell you a story that from West Sumatra that you guys might know. It's called Maling Kundang. Now let's get started. Once upon a time in West Sumatra, there lived a mother and her son. They live in poor, and what they do to live is fishing. But her son, Maling Kundang, doesn't seem to be satisfied with that poor, so he decided to go to the city. Malin, please don't go. Please don't leave me alone. But Mom, I have to go to the city. We are so poor here. Well, I can't stop you if it's poor living, but please promise me, do not forget me. Okay, Mom, I'll be okay. As her mother predicted, Malin never contacted her mother. Every morning she stood on the pier, waiting for her son to come back, and every night she prayed to the God for his safety. Many years later, Malin became rich. He thought he was lucky with it. But he changed. He became Moroccan. Now I am rich. I have a lot of money, and I have big ship. I am now so rich. One day, Malin came back to his town for business. When he came down the ship, suddenly her mom jumped and hugged him. Malin, my son, how are you, dear? I miss you. Who are you? I don't know you. Malin, I am your mother and you are my son. Don't you remember me? No, I don't. Malin, please open your eyes. I'm your mother. Get out. I am not your son. And yet, at the end, she was really frustrated. She cried and prayed to the God. Dear God, if he isn't my son, please save his journey. But if he is my son, then I'll curse him into stone, she prayed. In the quiet sea, suddenly the wind blew so hard and his ship was wrecked, and Malin was thrown off by the waves out of his ship and fell to a small island. Mother, please forgive me! Mother, help me! His whole body turned into stone, and that makes the end of the story. And the moral story is, love and respect your parents. And that's it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you very much. Oh, it seems like you had the same story, but it's okay. Both are really good. Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
The duration is 3 minutes and 8 seconds.
Thank you. Now, next up is number 20, Satria Mumtaz.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, you may start your performance. Good luck.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Judge and everyone.
My name is Satria Mumtaz and I am from SMP N2 Gunung Putri. And today I am going to tell you about the story of the rabbit and the turtle. Let's go. Once upon a time, there was a rabbit that walked to the park and got rest. At that time, the rabbit saw the turtle walking so slowly, and the rabbit went to the turtle and said hello to the turtle. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Why do you walk so slow? Actually, I'm not walking right now. I'm running, you know. What did you say? Are you kidding me? Hey, running is like this. How funny you are. And the rabbit ran so fast, making the turtle shocked and got angry at the same time. Mr. Rabbit, you're so arrogant. Let's have a race. Have a race? With you? Ha! You're just a dirty, dull, and slow turtle. Okay, let's have a race tomorrow. And I'll be the winner, and you'll be the loser. Yoo-hoo! And the next day, they have already prepared to have a race. The referee was ready to start the race. The referee said, 1, 2, 3, go! And the race begins. The rabbit ran so fast, leaving the turtle behind. On the other hand, the turtle ran so slowly. Haha, catch me if you can, slowpoke. After a while, the rabbit became hungry, tired, and sleepy. Then he ate so much that he fell asleep. This food is so delicious. I can't stop eating. Far away. I feel sleepy. Let me sleep for a minute. And then the rabbit fell sound asleep. Meanwhile, the turtle kept running and running. He ran and ran. And then he saw the rabbit sound asleep. The rabbit is still sleeping. And I'll be the winner. Yes, I'm almost at the finish line. Suddenly, the rabbit woke up and ran faster than before. But he was too late. Yay, I'm at the finish line first. I'm a winner. Oh my goodness, what a shame. I'm a loser. Yes, because you're so arrogant. That's why you lose. Realizing that being a loser, the rabbit ran away from the turtle. The end. Moral of the story: do not be arrogant and do not underestimate others. Well, that's the end of my story. I hope you all enjoyed it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much. That was really good. And I love the fact that you used Squirtle as the turtle. I liked it.
How did you know there was a Pokemon?
Come on. We both love it. It's Squirtle. We both love that. Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
The time duration is 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
All right. Let us move on with the next performance. After that amazing performance, starring Squirtle, we love that. The star of the show. Next is Kayla Rizky Ramadhani. If you are here.
Kayla, video. Then after.
All right. Before we start or before we continue, we will watch a video presented by Miss. Or do we watch the video first or do the contestant go first?
Laras, are you here?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually on the standby starting the video waiting for orders.
Yeah. Yes. Before we continue on, we will watch a short video and then we will continue on to Kyla. That is Kyla. Yeah. Laras, you may start your screen now.
Aku lagi latihan beneran deh.
All right, that was the video for now. And now we will see the amazing performance presented by Kyla Rizky Ramadhani.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear your voice and we can see you very well. You may start now.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Kyla Ramadhani and I am from SMP IT Al-Haraki. Today, I will tell you a story with the title Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there were a family of pigs built a house. The mother of pig was very tired. She afraid her children must leave home and make their own way in the world. So three little pigs set off. The first little pig met a man carrying a bundle of straw. Excuse me, would you please sell some of your straw so I can build a house? The man agreed and he gave the straw to the little pig. The first little pig set off. The other little pigs carried on along the road, and soon they met a man carrying a bundle of sticks. Excuse me, would you please sell some of your sticks so I can build a house? To the second little pig. Before that, the second little pig said goodbye to his brother. Goodbye, brother. The third little pig didn't think much of their ideas. I think I should build a much better and stronger house, he thought, until he met a man carrying a load of bricks. Excuse me, would you please sell some of your bricks so I can build a house? said the little pig politely. Well, of course, kid. Where would you like me to unload them? The third little pig started thinking. He found a nice patch under a tree. Oh, over there, he pointed. They all set to work. By nighttime, the house of straw and the house of sticks were built. But the house of bricks was only just beginning to rise above the ground. The first and the second little pigs laughed. You silly, why do you have to work so hard? However, a few days later, the house of bricks were built with the shiny looks and very nice window. The next evening, a wolf came looking out for food. Little pig, let me come in. Oh no, by the hair of my chin. And I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blew your house in. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in. The first little pig ran as fast as he can to the second little house. The next day, the wolf came looking out for food again. He's become angrier and even hungrier. Little pig, let me come in. Oh no, by the hair of my chin. So I huffed and I puffed and I blew your house in. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, but nothing happened. So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in again, but still nothing happened. The wolf was very angry. The next day, the first and the second little pig went to the third little pig's house. Hurry up, said the third little pig. A wolf came on the night time. The wolves started to find a way to the third little pig's house. Three little pigs start to make a plan. They boil a pan of fire, so if they heard any wolf step foots, they will splash out the water into the wolf. They start to splash out the water into the wolf, and the wolf starts, oh! The water burned his tail. The next day, the wolf was gone, and the three little pigs lived happily ever after. The moral of the story can get is, we must be a hardworking person because it never fails you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about three little pigs. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, that was really good. You did really well, and that house is very well built. That is a very nice mini house. Kazea, would you please announce the time duration?
The time duration is 5 minutes and 53 seconds.
All right, thank you. Now let us move on to our 22nd, and we are slowly closing in on the contestants. So next up is Danesa Raya Anjani. Is she here? Are you here? Oh, yes, we can hear you.
Do I start?
Yes, you may start.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope that you all are just fine in this beautiful and extraordinary day. It's an honor for me to be with you today. My name is Danesa Raya Anjani, and I'm from Muhammadiyah 1 Junior High School. Today, I'll be telling you all a story about Nyi Roro Kidul. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Kadita. Because of her beauty, she was called Dewi Srengenge, which means the beautiful sun. Her father was King Muningwangi. King Muningwangi has always wanted a son ever since Kadita was born. His wife birthed a girl instead of a boy, that's why he's always sad. One day, King Muningwangi decided to marry Dewi Mutiara. He had a son from her. He was very happy. One day, Dewi Mutiara came to the king and asked him to send away his daughter. Of course, the king did not agree. "It's ridiculous. I will not allow anybody doing such cruel things to my daughter," said King Muningwangi. Dewi Mutiara said a sweet thing. Dewi Mutiara said a sweet thing until the king is not angry anymore. However, she kept her bad intentions deep in her heart. In the morning before the sun raised, Dewi Mutiara woke up and thought, "How about I curse my stepdaughter Kadita so she can disappear from this country?" After thinking a while, Dewi Mutiara sent her maid to call a black magician. She wanted the black magician to curse his stepdaughter, Kadita. "I want her beautiful body full with scabies and itch. If he succeed, black magician did the queen order. In the night, Kadita's body has been full with scabies and itch. When Kadita woke up, her body was full with scabies. The beautiful princess cried and did not know what to do. When King Muningwangi heard that Kadita's body has been full with scabies, he invited many psychics to cure his daughter's illness. Day by day, nobody could cure his daughter. He realized that his daughter's illness was not an ordinary illness. Someone must have sent a curse or a magic spell. His problem became more difficult when the Queen Dewi Mutiara asked him to send away his daughter. "Your daughter will bring bad luck to her whole country. She must leave now." So the king decided to take away Kadita away from the country. The poor princess went alone. She did not know where she should go. She cried on the road while finding a place to stay. She had a noble heart. She did not have any bad feeling with her stepmother. Instead, she has always asked the god to accompany her past her supper. Almost 7 days and 7 nights. Kadita has walked until she came to the South Ocean. She looked at the ocean. It was so clean and clear, unlike the other oceans which have a blue or green color. She jumped onto the water and swam, and suddenly a miracle happened. Her ulcer was gone and there was no sign that she had ever had scabies or itch. Even more, she became more beautiful than before. Not only that, she has the power to command whole of the South Ocean. Now she had become a fairy queen named Nyiroro Kidul, or the queen of South Ocean who lived forever. The end. This is a spectacular story until now in the modern life. Even when you read the story, many people from Indonesia or from other countries had admitted that they have met the most beautiful fairy queen wearing a traditional dress of Java. Well, we can take several moral values from this story. First, we must not be mean to other people, but instead we have to spread compassion and love instead. I think we can all agree that people should be a better person in the future. Well, unfortunately, this is all from my story. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow! Great job. It was really nice. And I liked how you have like a quick change of like costume to portray the characters. Kazia, will you please announce the time duration?
The duration is 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
All right. Moving on is our 23rd contestants, which is Chut Aisha Kalila.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Chut Aisha Khalila Yusuf. I am from SMP Pesantren Darul Rahman. Today, I want to tell you about an Indonesian folk story entitled Timun Mas. Please enjoy it. A long time ago, there had passed away a long time ago, so she lived there alone. She had no children, and she prayed God to get a child. One night, when she prayed, a giant passed her house and heard her pray. The giant said, "Ho, ho, ho, I can give you a child, but you should give the child back to me when she is 17 years old." But Rondo was so happy and didn't think the risk of losing child later.
Then the giant gave her the cucumber seeds and told Morondo to plant them around her house. She came back to home and she planted seeds just like what the giant said. In the next morning, she found a big cucumber in her yard. And when she opened it, there was a beautiful baby. Then she named the baby with Timun Mas, which means golden cucumber. Borondo was holding the baby and sang, I love you, we are happy family, with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Year passed and Timun Mas has grown to be a beautiful and lovely little girl. That's why Borondo kept thinking about her promise with the giant. He remembered when she met the holy man, he gave 4 things to save Timun Mas from the giant. Each one was containing cucumber seeds, needles, salt, and shrimp paste. The holy man said Timun Mas would use them to protect herself. At home, Borondo then said about her promise with the giant to her daughter and about the bag given by the holy man. A few days later, the giant came to Borondo house and asked about the promise. Borondo told her daughter to run from the back door and took the bag that given by the holy man with her. Run, Timun Mas, run! The giant will chase you. The giant was so angry and rushed toward Timun Mas. He was getting closer and closer. Then she opened the first bag. It was the cucumber seed. She threw those seeds and instantly they grew into a huge cucumber field. The giant ate them all. Yum, yum, yum. Then the giant said, Timun Mas, wait for me. I'll catch you. Timun Mas was scared. After that, she opened the second bag that contains the needles and spilled them behind her. The needles magically turned into lush bamboo trees which were thorny. The giant bunnies became flat and scratched. Oh, it hurts me, said the giant. Unfortunately, he made it and chased her again. Timun Mas opened the third bag and spilled the salt touch became into a very deep sea. The giant almost drowned there. Help! Help! But he swam to cross it. From a far place, Timun Mas saw it. He then opened the last bag and threw it. It was the shrimp paste and made the soil became into the large lump of boiling mud. Finally, the giant was trapped there, and the mud drowned him. Everything was ended. Timun Mas came back to her home and lived happily ever after with Borondo. So that's my short story about Timun Mas. The moral message that we can get from this story is keep your promise and love your parents. Thank you so much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Wow, you did really nice. I really
Thank you so
liked
much.
it. And your costume is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. Kazea, will you please announce the time duration?
The time duration is 4 minutes and 35 seconds.
All right, thank you. Now let us move on. Ooh, only 3 left. So this competition is slowly coming to an end, sadly. Next is our 24th absent number, which is Naila Zahira.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Naila Zahira. I am from SMP Nurul Rahman, and today I will be telling an Indonesian folklore entitled Gotong Kasar. I hope you can enjoy. A long time ago, there was an old king named Prabu Tapaku. Prabu Tapaku had 2 daughters, Purbalalang and Purbasari. Prabu Tapaku planned to retire as a king. So he chose Purbasari to replace him because she is kind and loves to help others. Hearing this, Purbararang was very angry. What? You cannot ask her to be the queen, father. I'm older. It's supposed to be me, not her, said Purbararang. No, Purbararang. I'm sorry. I love you both. But Purbasari deserved more to be the queen. After all, she put a spell on Purbasari. Then they gave her a water and asked Purbasari to drink it. What happened with my skin? My body? My face? My breath? Said Purbasari. Her skin was covered with black dots. Look at you. You're not pretty anymore. You cannot be the queen. Said, you must leave this palace and stay in the jungle. Said Purbarara. Purbasari was sad. Now she had to stay in the jungle. Every day she plays with some animals there. But there was this one monkey that always tried to cheer her up. He was not just an ordinary monkey. He had magical powers. He also could talk with humans. His name was Lutong Kasar. He was actually a god named Sanghang Purba. Lutong Kasar planned to help Purbasari get back to the palace. He then made a small lake and asked Purbasari to take a bath there. My princess, I will help you get back to the palace, said Lutong. Thank you, Lutong. You're very kind. But how am I supposed to go back to the palace when my body is smile and looks disgusting? Said Purbasari. Don't worry, princess. I have a great idea. You only need to take a bath in the small lake that I have made. Purbasari then take a bath there. Surprisingly, her skin was cured. Now she got her beautiful skin back. She to accompany her to go back to the palace. Arriving there, Purbararang was shocked. She knew she had to come up with another great idea. She then said, those who have longer hair will be the queen, said Purbararang. The king then measured his daughter's hair. Purbasari had longer hair than Purbararang, but Purbararang did not give up. A queen must have a handsome husband. If my fiancé here is more handsome than yours, then I will be the queen, said Purbararang. Purbasari was sad. She knew Purbararang's fiancé, Indrajaya, was very handsome, and she didn't have a fiancé yet. Tutu, what should I do? Asked Purbasari. Don't worry, princess. I have a great idea, said Tutu. Tutu then stepped forward. Your fiancé is a monkey? said Purbararang. Suddenly, Tutu Kasarung changed into a very handsome man. He was even more handsome than Indrajaya. In the end, Purbasari became the queen. She forgave Purbararang and her fiancé and let them stay in the palace. Purbasari and Lutong Kasarung lived happily ever after. The moral message of this story is to be a forgiving person and not to underestimate other people. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Ooh, that was really nice. You did amazing.
Thank you.
Nice costume today. Isaiah, will you please announce the time duration?
The duration is 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Next is our 25th contestant, Ata Azarin. Hello, are you here? Hello, Ata Azarin, are you here or?
We can skip to number 26.
Okay, then we will skip to the last person then.
Oh.
And yes, the last person. Sadly, this is coming to an end. That's so sad. Okay, the last person is Makia Suryokusumo Yusuf. Are you present? Is it?
Can you hear me properly?
Yes, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. So may I start now? Or
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll do great. You'll do great.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Makia. I'm from Millennial World School, and today I will be telling you an original story I wrote myself called The Secret Society of Cats. So I hope you enjoy as much as I enjoyed writing this. So there's this cat my aunt owns. Her name is Mong. Mong is like this fluffy white cloud that just makes you want to squeeze her tightly. But there's this one thing that I could never figure out about. Where does she go every day? Mong and many other cats disappear during the day and come back in the afternoon. My aunt always says that they like to just hang out with each other, but I don't quite believe her. Which is what led me to following the cat around all day. And I think I've maybe been following her for around hours now. I don't quite remember. And I was starting to get tired and she wasn't doing much. So I sat on the patio with her, and as I was petting the crown of her head, I started talking to her. You know, Mom, I could never get what you guys do during the day. So I decided to follow you around. But I guess you guys just do normal cat stuff with the occasional excursion to meet your friends. The cat tilted its head at me and then proceeded to say, "You humans are absolutely ridiculous." Did Mom just talk to me? You can talk? Of course I can talk. I have vocal cords. Well, yeah, but this is amazing. This is incredible. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Hey, calm down, would you? Obviously, I've been following you around all day, so I want to know. Okay, but you have to promise me that you cannot tell anyone about this. Not your aunt, not your mom, not even talk about this to other cats. I won't be talking to you after this either. I nodded quickly. I wanted to know what goes on with the cat world, so I agreed. Basically, cats live in this society, like how, this normal world, you guys see it. But instead of humans, the ones that run it are cats. You guys have your own world, and you run it yourselves. That is incredible! Yeah, okay. And I have a job. That's why I'm trying to get away from you. And I'm like this train conductor. I work at this place called the Kitty Commuter Line, and I work long hours every single day. You work as a train conductor at a place called Kitty Commuter Line. Cool, but commuter lines have train conductors. What do you think runs the commuter lines? A ghost? Not exactly, but I just didn't know. Okay, all right. I don't have much time left and I need to leave. But again, you promised, do not tell anyone. Ever. Not a single soul. Just keep this secret to yourself. Okay, but can I know why? Well, humans are humans. Our leaders don't want you guys to take over our last bits of freedom away. I nodded. I understood where she was coming from, and I felt guilty. I felt guilty for following her around and stopping her from, enjoying her freedom as a cat. And even though she is a cat, I feel like we should all give someone a little bit of freedom. Mong, I'm sorry for following you around. I really shouldn't have done that. I was just super curious. Apology accepted, but I do have to get going to my job, so I gotta go. I nodded in solidarity, and I watched as Mom jumped out of the gate of my aunt's house and leave to go to the cat world to drive a bunch of commuter lines all day. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this story, and thank you very much.
Wow! You did amazing! I really loved your acting. It was actually incredible. You could make a debut out of that. Literally. Thank you. That was amazing. All right. Sadly, Makia was our last participant, so this competition is coming to an end. Oh no, what a shame. It is currently 10:49. Speculating, we were supposed to end at a bit of 11:25. Oh, right, sorry. Kaze.
The time duration for the last performance is 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
All right. Thank you very much. Since Makia was our last participant and we have no others, and two have gone missing for about 12 years. I'm kidding. They didn't really, but yes, they are not currently here. They were a no-show. So, teacher, do they just go on break or do they stay? Do they go to the main room?
Oh yeah, okay. I'd like to say congratulations for everybody. You did great job, and it's such an accomplishment because you're done the preparation, the performance. It was very entertaining to watch all of you. And for now, let's give time for our judges to discuss about the results. So. Would you mind to go back to the main room, both for participants and also the committee? So the judges will discuss only judges. Okay, yeah, Kayla, you may.
All right. Before we go back to the main room and let the judges talk amongst themselves, I would like to say thank you very much to our participants, judges, and everyone that joined the Zoom meeting of Storytelling 2021. It is my deepest pleasure to be your host for this evening, and see you later on at the announcement for the winners. Even though some of you may not win, you are still the best, and your performance was amazing. All of your performance was amazing. Your costumes, your virtual backgrounds, how you interpreted, your intonation, your facial expression, everything is so good. So I just want to say thank you very much for actually wanting to participate in our competitions. And that's all for me. See you, everybody. Everyone may now go back to the main room.
The closing will be at 12:40. Yeah, see you at 12:40, everybody.
See you at 12:40, everybody. See you.
Yeah, let's go to main room. Kak Komara and Miss Arifa, how long do you need to discuss?
Would you give us 10 minutes to discuss?
Sure. I mean, you can take 20 minutes. It's I think it's
all right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Teacher
Mariati.
Yeah, dadah. I will leave you to it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sampah tentang pentingnya menjaga lingkungan di sekitar kita kepada adik-adik TK. Tentu saja harapannya semakin banyak anak-anak yang semakin memahami pentingnya menjaga kebersihan lingkungan.
Tadi Bapak dan Ibu sudah mendengarkan bagaimana serunya ya belajar di kelas dengan menggunakan pendekatan project based learning. Anak-anak aktif menggali informasi, anak-anak mendapatkan informasi dari banyak pihak, mengundang banyak expert, dan juga pada akhirnya mereka mengkomunikasikan apa yang mereka ketahui tersebut di depan audiens yang dituju. Bisa teman sebaya, bisa juga teachers, bisa juga yang lainnya. Ya, jadi ini membuka kesempatan mereka untuk berinteraksi dengan banyak orang. Hal lain yang juga istimewa di SD Lazuardi adalah selain kami tentu saja sangat concern terhadap pembangunan karakter anak-anak, kami juga menempatkan secara khusus guru bersama anak-anak anak-anak selama 3 tahun. Jadi anak yang di kelas 1
Tim
sampai
IT-nya nggak?
3 itu akan bersama guru kelas yang sama. Karena kami merasa bahwa 3 tahun pertama di SD adalah 3 tahun krusial dalam pembentukan keterampilan dasar anak-anak. Baik itu literasi maupun numerasi, begitu juga dengan sosial emosionalnya. Bapak Ibu, jika ingin mengetahui lebih lanjut bagaimana serunya belajar di SD, yuk silahkan kunjungi kami. Kami terbuka dari Senin sampai Sabtu, dan juga jika ada hal-hal yang ingin ditanyakan, silahkan nanti menghubungi tim informasi SD. Kami tunggu kehadirannya Bapak dan Ibu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh. Hello parents, hello students, welcome to Lazulati Global Compassionate School. Pepatah mengatakan, tak kenal maka tak sayang. Izinkan saya, Teacher Yuni Kusumawati, as Principal at Lazulati Global Compassionate School menceritakan program pembelajaran dan pengembangan yang kami lakukan. SMP Lazulati berdiri sejak 2005. Yang berusaha mengembangkan dan mengakomodir minat dan bakat siswa pada usia remaja. Pembelajaran di SMP Lazulati kami lakukan dengan sistem block lesson dan integrated project, di mana pendekatan project-based learning menjadi ruh dalam sistem tersebut. Melalui block lesson, siswa dapat lebih fokus dan mendalam untuk mengkaji sebuah materi pembelajaran. Guru-guru memiliki ruang untuk mengembangkan pembelajaran melalui proyek bermakna yang relevan dengan kehidupan. Kita dengarkan penuturan teacher aku sebagai koordinator kurikulum terkait block lesson yang kami jalankan di SMP Lazulati.
Main lesson block memberikan kesempatan bagi siswa untuk tertidur atau melupakan dan untuk dibangunkan kembali atau mengingat. Melalui proses melupakan dan mengingat ini, siswa akan memiliki rasa ketertarikan dan persepsi baru terhadap sebuah pelajaran. Masa jeda dalam lesson block akan membantu siswa menyempurnakan konsep pelajaran tersebut. Kami percaya bahwa ilmu pengetahuan butuh waktu untuk tumbuh dan berkembang. Dan penerapan lesson block akan memberikan ruang dan waktu bagi siswa agar memiliki pengalaman yang lengkap untuk sebuah proses pembelajaran.
Sementara melalui integrated project, siswa diajak untuk berkolaborasi, mengaitkan satu bidang dengan bidang lain, kemudian melakukan riset untuk memperdalam analisisnya, sehingga dapat dikomunikasikan pada audiens saat pemaparan hasil proyek mereka. Teacher Mary as English Teachers and Coordinator International Program akan menjelaskan proses integrated project yang dilakukan, kolaborasi antara English and Science at grade 9. Kita simak penuturan Teacher Mary.
In the project Encyclopedia of Life, students are challenged to create reference materials and publish it for a wider audience. They are engaged in rigorous activities to explore and divulge the information about ecosystem and biomes, the life around us. They also learn about how to write informative texts, collect facts, and do research. To support their data, we invite a biologist as our community expert to answer the students' questions and add more perspective towards the topic. At the end of the project, they're given the opportunity to choose their content with their groups and how they will create their final product.
Kami pun menyadari masa remaja merupakan peralihan dari fase anak-anak menuju dewasa. Pendampingan pada fase ini membutuhkan ruang untuk mengekspresikan diri dan mengembangkan minat bakat serta penguatan karakter pada siswa-siswa kami. Untuk itulah berbagai program penguatan karakter kami siapkan untuk menemani siswa-siswi melewati masa pubertas dengan kesehatan mental yang baik. Behavior and counseling teachers terkait pendampingan yang kami lakukan bagi remaja di SMP Lazulati.
Masa remaja merupakan masa transisi yang dialami anak untuk mencapai usia dewasa. Pada fase ini, selain perubahan fisik, beberapa perubahan besar seperti psikologis, emosional, juga sosial pun berubah. Untuk membantu para remaja melalui fase ini, SMP Lazulati Global Compassionate School mengakomodir perubahan tersebut dengan berbagai kegiatan seperti mentoring, konseling, pengembangan bakat siswa melalui ekskul, klub, dan juga OSIS. Kami yakin anak-anak remaja perlu diberikan sarana yang tepat untuk mulai memikirkan identitas diri serta hubungan sosial di sekitar kehidupan mereka.
So, parents, students, what are you waiting for? Please come and join with us at Lazulati Global Compassionate School Junior High. Kami siap menemani masa remaja putra-putri tercinta dengan berbagai program bermanfaat, baik di bidang akademik maupun non-akademik. Kami tunggu ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi